Greetings. Today, we present an exceptional opportunity for you to consider. We cordially invite you to embark on a profound journey, a transition towards spiritual enlightenment that could reshape your understanding of the world. In this video, you will hear a passage titled, Our Relationship with Reality, from the book The Journey Begins Within by SAVI. Together, these teachings emphasize the necessity of self-awareness, inner change, and maintaining integrity to create a balanced and fulfilling life, individually and within society. In this video, you will learn 1. Inner change for outer change. Lasting change in the world begins with a significant change in how we relate to ourselves. 2. Reflection and self-awareness. Reality acts as a mirror, pointing out what is not working in our relationship with ourselves. 3. Importance of self-relationships. The most important relationships are with our Creator and ourselves, which impact how we show up in the world. 4. Self-discovery through adversity. Confronting undesired outcomes and failures leads to self-discovery and necessary change. 5. Holistic development. True success involves balancing physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life. 6. Divine connection. Healing and self-worth come from understanding our divine sovereignty and our place in the cosmic tapestry. 7. Societal reflection. How we treat ourselves correlates with how we allow society to treat us and others. 8. Living righteously. Honoring ourselves and others through a righteous life and maintaining integrity is essential for a prosperous society. I hope you enjoy it. See the video description for additional details.
Our relationship with reality, with the world, and ourselves. How we show up in and to the world aligns with how we perceive ourselves. It has been my humble experience that we can't change anything everlasting outside ourselves, if not by a significant change in how we relate to ourselves. Imagine the world or reality like a big mirror that constantly points us to what is not working in the relationship within ourselves. For those lucky enough to have failed several times, the more complex the blows are, the better. We develop the awareness that a change is needed. Success in every aspect of our existence results from applying a winning formula. Most of the time, these formulas are not written in stone, but the only commonality is that anyone who ever found themselves in a position or place they did not want to be had to change and iterate. This tedious and often painful process involves confronting the undesired outcome, many of which have negative consequences on every possible aspect of life: physical, psychological, emotional, and even spiritual. There is an order to life, and in many ways the same way that there are natural laws governing our physical universe, there are hidden, spiritual ones, which, once understood, can tilt the balance of the actions we take unto our favor. Humans have been led astray to believe in many societal constructs since their early years, always assuming that our educators and guardians have the best intentions. Unfortunately, it is the case of a transgenerational blind leading people who are blind, in the hopes that the next generation can find a better way, or not fail in the same painful ways. Every self-made woman or man will tell you that they are a product of their environment and the relationships they kept. Additionally, the sage ones will also be the first to point out that they were lucky enough to find or achieve a healthy relationship with themselves. Given the importance of these facts, wouldn't it stand to reason that the essential relationship in our present existence, if we are at a crossroads between our present position in life and our desired expectations, is our relationship with our Creator, and second to it, with ourselves? Wouldn't this even apply to the atheist or agnostic? It does, as, in a sense, you may rightfully believe you are your Creator. After all, look, you made yourself to be you throughout your life. Indeed, we must first heal any dysfunctionality within if we expect to show up in the world and have the world show up to us in a different light. It has been my own arduous and personal experience overtaken 7 years ago after being confronted with a hard choice as to how and why my reality was not even close to my anticipated expectations in every desired aspect. Given the distance between the objectives and the current outcomes, I was confronted by the idea that a radical approach was needed if a radical change was expected. As Einstein said, "The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking." The same applies to who we are. We can't change it until we change how we perceive ourselves. Within this perception lies the relationship between us and the divine. Whether we want to accept it or not is indifferent to its existence and how we fit in the overall cosmic tapestry, as we are as much of a creation within it and do not exist in a vacuum in relationship to it. See, it is only by countless trials and error that one attains enlightenment. It is only in the stillness of the silence within that one expands outside. Before becoming truly well-rounded, you must do the inner work. There are no shortcuts. I am tired of watching successful individuals so lopsided in their personas with little to no balance. In pursuing a few of life's material aspects, they neglected the development of other complementary or more meaningful human existential facets, such as physical, psychological, emotional, and even spiritual. Yes, they shine bright in their fields of glory. Meanwhile, several foundations crumble within them, not allowing for a truly fruitful life. Our relationships with the world outside of us are valuable, yet the relationship with the world within is invaluable. How are you treating yourself lately? Do you truly love who you have become or are becoming? Where are your pain points? What aspects of your persona or personality are you trying consciously or subconsciously to compensate for, and how? I could give countless examples, but I don't believe any list could plausibly be all-encompassing, as there is more than one for each human alive today or that ever lived. We are little children, trying to make sense of the world we live in and how we fit in. No matter our level of success in one field of life, we indeed fail in others. So one must wonder how, where, and when we must change. Unless we are confronted with defeat, we can't take the trouble to rethink ourselves anew. The reason why there are more business startups during the collapse of an economy than during an expansion. In a never-ending cycle, humans toil to make a living many times, forgetting that all crises are self-inflicted and, to a degree, premeditated. But why do we allow ourselves to become what we have? One question that always brings my attention to the forefront of my decision-making process is my divine sovereignty, where I've been lied to and by whom, as my awareness expands in a world that is broken in many ways. Our societies are all at a breaking point, our divine rights threatened by ever more draconian government overreach. I question myself. How much should we tolerate our freedoms curtailed in the name of a fictitious system that only keeps benefiting a few? At the same time, the great majority have no say. How are these constructs even plausible? As there is a correlation between how we treat ourselves and others the same way by reciprocity, there must be a correlation between how we allow others to be treated. You probably wonder how this is related to our relationships and, most importantly, our relationship with ourselves. It is so apparent that it is almost painful for me to point out. We would never sit still and allow ourselves to be mistreated by the world around us if we did not allow ourselves to mistreat ourselves in the first place. Unless we hold ourselves in high regard and our self-worth is intact with the conscious understanding that we are sobering, divine beings having a human experience, we would not allow any negative self-talk. We would constantly iterate our belief system until we overcome societal norms and eradicate all falsehoods from our essence. Only by living a righteous life encompassing the totality of our existence can we honor ourselves and those around us. No human should, in a sound mind, accept anything less than fair treatment, not only by themselves, but also by the world around them and the society they belong to. But then again, How could we all expect to live in a prosperous society where the unrighteous are given free rein to dictate the rest of the laws? I could not comprehend the degree to which our world is genuinely broken until I was made aware of how much I was broken. Once I realized that the only way to take control of the unwelcome outcomes was to, in essence, take control of myself and systematically work on uncovering what aspects within me were hidden from myself, which were not working, I was not able to change the world around me. Within these aspects, at the core, was my relationship with our Heavenly Father and Creator. Only when I surrendered to the unknowns in these regards did my heart and life start flourishing in a well-rounded manner. I can attest that no poorer individual attains wealth at the price of integrity. I have already covered the power of words and thoughts in a prior letter, so for those who read it, it is easy to jump to the conclusion that we all are the products of our thoughts and words and how we honor these words. It is also how we show up in the world. Cheating and stealing seem to be the norm today in every regard. But those victories are short-lived, and everyone who thinks that business is still a zero-sum game has much to learn from life itself and the actual fabric of what the world is. Honor yourself within yourself. Allow for the seed of self-love to start germinating, and allow yourself to be you. For every limiting factor, cherish it as an opportunity for self-discovery. Push the boundaries within to conquer the change you seek outside yourself. Iteration is the mother of perfection. Success is the mirror of defeat. One can't exist without the other, as all duality is a game for us to find ourselves within. The answer is always the same: unconditional love for oneself and others. Be blessed. SAVI.
If the content moves you, we invite you to embark on your journey by purchasing a copy of the book at Amazon, Kindle, or iBook today. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring. The journey begins within. Click like and subscribe for additional details. See the video description.